Hey, what's good? We all like come forward fighters, the fighters that actually fight. The brawlers, the ones that always go forward no matter what. And we all enjoyed the fight tonight against Lucas Matisse versus Ruslan Provodnikov. Very entertaining fight between two very tough fighters, very hard hitting fighters, but very different fighters. As Eagle Boxing said earlier in his post fight video to that fight, he said, just because Lucas Matisse hits hard and he knocks people out frequently does not mean he's a one dimensional come forward fighter all the time. He could box, he could throw combinations, and that is essentially what made him win this fight tonight. And yes, come forward brawls are entertaining and all. We love to see those fights. The fight of the year type of fights. The Foreman Lyles, right? Wow, that fight's really good. The Gotti Ward fight. What I gotta say, they made a legendary nights about it. It's an hour and 30 minutes long. The longest legendary nights there is on Gotti Ward. Not great fighters, but they had great fights. They had a series of great fights. But I was watching Provodnikov versus Matisse, not on the HBO commentary. I think it was like on a Top Rank card because it said Top Rank, like on the time it said Top Rank over it. So I'm assuming it's the Top Rank commentators. Anyway, I think it was around round 7 or 8, or the announcers like, at some point it stops being bravery. Like, you're always coming forward no matter what you're being given. And Lucas's shots were hard, man. Some of those shots hurt me, man. Just seeing his head snap back like that, it was nasty, dude. Some of those uppercuts, ooh, he was snapping his head back hard with his jab, hard jab, hard jab. And of course, we give props to Ruslan for his bravery, for his toughness, for his chin. But he asked, at what point does it stop being toughness and starts being stupidity? At what point is your bravery stupidity, dude? Like, you keep coming forward to face this hard puncher, and you're doing the same exact thing. Lamont Peter said something in his prediction for this fight. He said Ruslan loves fighting. He fights to brawl, but he doesn't fight to win. He doesn't fight to win. He doesn't win big fights. He doesn't finish the fighters. He could hurt you really bad. He could hurt somebody like he hurt Tim Bradley, like he hurt Chris Algieri. But he doesn't finish. He won't finish these fighters. He doesn't win. And you could tell he loves fighting. He loves fighting. But he doesn't fight to win, because he only fights one way. He loves fighting this way. He loves getting hit. He loves fighting. He loves brawling, like a Brandon Reels, being a dummy and saying that he orgasms every. If you don't think I have fun doing these videos, man, you're wrong. Brandon Reels orgasms every time. Every time he gets hit. That's why I'd love to see these two fight, because they have the same exact mentality of coming forward. If you ain't fighting me, you're running. Like that type of mentality. I came here to fight, and I'm gonna give people fight that they want to see. And Ruslan fights to give people entertaining fights, but he doesn't fight to win. And if you don't fight to win, especially at this level, like, what are you fighting for? I know you're fighting for entertainment purposes, but you should be fighting to win. And if you're losing every round like this, then change it up. Change it up. Don't just come in swinging these wild shots. Come in through with your jab, one jab, two jabs, three jabs, and not even Freddie Roach could help him, dude. Like, When I found out Freddie Roach wasn't in his corner, I was like, whatever. He doesn't listen to him anyway because he has his own way of fighting. Fighters are stubborn. Human beings are stubborn in their own ways. Like, look at his face, dude. Look at his face. I can't imagine how hard that is. That how much that hurts. I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter. I can't go through this pain, man. I can't go through the same shots that he did and still be conscious. Cause I'm not a fighter like Ruslan. I didn't grow up eating moose liver like this fool. And that his upbringing, Russians are bad, bad mofo's, growing up eating moose liver and all eating raw fish and all this stuff. That's why you're so tough. He is tough. But taking punches just for the hell of it, that's borderline crazy stupid. Like, you shouldn't be eating all these shots, especially from a big puncher like this. You shouldn't just be coming forward, not throwing until you get in punching range. You should be throwing like those rangefinder jabs at least, and throwing more to the body. Switch it up. A trainer could only do so much, and Freddie Roach is a great trainer, but even a great trainer can't change a stubborn fighter into a great fighter, or can't change a mediocre fighter into a great fighter. And I think Ruslan is a great fighter, but not a great boxer. That's what he is. Like, I wouldn't want to fight this fool in a street fight. That's why he's a great fighter, but he's not a great boxer. Lucas Matisse was a better boxer, throwing combinations. Matisse could adapt. That's what got him. That's what got him the victory tonight. And even though Provodnikov was putting on the pressure, later on, and maybe if it was a 15 rounder, 20 rounder, like back in the day, Jack Johnson days, 25 rounder, he would have knocked him out. Maybe. But it's not like that anymore. You're fighting 12 rounds. Pick up the pressure earlier. Throw more. I know you're being hit. Move your head then. Clinch him. I don't know. Like Mayweather says, getting hit's not cool. Taking damage isn't cool. That cut's nasty, man. That cut is, ooh, man. And that's all that like a cut that bad is you're like, oh, okay, that's from a headbutt. Well, that's from pure punches. That's from power. That's from dynamite from Matisse's fist, And it comes from no surprise. That fool could bang, but you shouldn't be taking straight shots like this. That's why these fighters, they don't have long careers like a Fernando Vargas, retired like at 33 or something. He was already washed up. I'm surprised Miguel Cotto is still fighting, because he's taking a lot of damage in his career too for the way he fights and the damage he takes. Joe Frazier, he didn't have that many fights, He probably had like 40 fights total. He didn't have that many fights, but his fighting style made him take so much punishment that he couldn't last. Fighters, they know the risk of getting in the ring, right? But they still do it regardless. And the glory is everything, of course, but you can't just be taking damage just because you're a tough fighter. We know you're a tough fighter. We know you're tough because you're in the ring. So every fighter is tough. You don't gotta walk through Lucas Matisse's uppercuts 100 times to prove you're tough. And I know that's just his fighting style, but you should work on adapting it. Not just him, but all these one-dimensional fighters or fighters that just like to... Because I know they could change their style. I know Brandon Rios and Provodnikov, they could change the way they fight. At least tweak it a little bit. Throw some pivots in there, man. Jabs, combinations, 1-2s, 1-2-3s. Don't just jump in without throwing anything. Because at some point, it's not bravery anymore. It's stupidity. You're walking into these hard shots. At some point, it's just plain stupid. And we all love watching this, I've said this before in this video already, we all love it and we appreciate it. We appreciate fighters like that are come forward, but they're cutting short their career. They're cutting years off their lives because of this. And I'm not saying every fighter should be a Guillermo Rigondeaux or a Floyd Mayweather or Erislandy Lara, completely defensive. But they should tweak their defense. They should have some defense. Ruslan Provodnikov has no defense. His defense is taking gloves to leather to the face. He catches the punches with his face. That's his defense. Tweak it a little bit, or you're gonna cut your career short and cut your life short, or God forbid, like have problems with your slurring your speech. We know James Toney and fighters like Mildred Taylor and Terry Norris have slurred speech, and we all know about Muhammad Ali. I don't want to say that it's tragic, but yeah. So although we all love this style of fighting, we gotta consider that it's not very safe for the fighters to keep fighting like this every fight. At least adjust it a little bit. I appreciate Matisse mixing it up, but mixing up styles, brawling and boxing at times. He was boxing circles around Provodnikov. At times he would stay in the pocket. He would beat him in the pocket too, but he would throw combinations. He wouldn't just take punches flush like that, So, thanks for watching, everybody. What do you think about this stuff? Do some fighters just take too many punches? Is this stupidity? At what point does it become just stupid to take leather to the face? All right. Don't forget to comment, please. I love you guys' feedback, and I appreciate it so much. If I don't comment back, I assure you that I see all your comments, and I appreciate them. All right, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.